Pretty face, eyelash, body bad. Oh gosh, hot girl, slay queen. When you take picture, you the be. See your hair, so fresh, brand new. You be the best. Party gang.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Marva and I'm here to chit chat with you. If you're a channel subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I don't know why I always get nervous when I see people passing you guys. Anyways, welcome to Advice Wednesdays with Moi on a Thursday though. I don't know why I'm uploading this video today. Okay, I know why. This week has just been really heavy and I was actually contemplating whether or not I want to do this video this week. But I mean, even though life gets hard, life gets tough, so many things happen, doesn't mean that you have to stop everything that you're doing. You need to keep on moving. So that's what brings us to today's video. So today's video, as you can see from the title, we are going to be talking about fear. Fear, you guys. Fear is something that stops us from doing so many things. And can you imagine how many things we would achieve as people if we were not afraid to do it, or if we overcame that fear that's like in our hearts or in our minds? I feel like we would achieve so many great things. We would step out of our comfort zones and just do everything to the best of our capabilities, you guys. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about fear and how you can use it to your advantage. As per usual, I do my research and I write down points and stuff like that because I like to Google. And then just read a few articles or whatever pops up, even if it's like images, and then interpret it in the way that I feel makes sense. So maybe my opinion might not be someone else's, but I just feel like maybe someone out there needs to hear this. So let us begin. First of all, we need to know what fear is. Now, if you've been watching this channel and if you've watched any of my advice videos, then you know that I always write things down. I write things down because sometimes I tend to forget what I need to say. So the first thing is, what is fear? For us to understand how to deal with something, we have to understand what it is, right? So fear, as Dr. Google says, is an unpleasant feeling triggered by the perception of danger, which is real or imagined. So that means like whatever you're maybe fearing, it could actually be real or it could be all in your mind, which is the imagination. So also one thing that you need to remember is that fears are not phobias. Phobias are more of things that are uncontrollable. If you want to do your research on the difference between fear and phobia, you can do that. Since we know that sometimes we can't control the fear that comes to us, then why don't we find ways in which we can use it to our advantage? So the first point, use fear to remind you where you do not want to be or who you don't want to be. What I mean is that 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, are you going to be satisfied with who you're going to be or where you're going to be when you look back and you think to yourself, when I was 25, I should have done this, but I was so afraid that I didn't do it, and now here I am, unhappy and full of regret and thinking, why didn't I? What could have been? I wish I regret not. I should have just. All those things start to run through your mind because you are filled with regret and you're sad and you're not happy with where you are. You chose not to do anything about the fear that you were feeling then. You get what I mean? Because imagine you have such an amazing idea, but you're so afraid to bring it out to the world, and then boom. Now people are struggling. You can even see that people around you are struggling with something, but you have an idea as to, like, you have a solution. But the only thing that's stopping you is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of rejection, fear of being disappointed. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes we should just go for it. Just go for it. Just do it. Because you never know the impact that your idea or your plan or your solution can have for someone else's problem or even for your own problem. So do it for yourself so that you don't have to regret it 5 to 10 years down the line. Because regret is not something that we want, you guys. You do not want to regret anything in your life. The second point is, remember that time waits for no one. This is something that I like to emphasize on when I speak to people, when I'm motivating them, or even with myself when I have to remind myself like, hey, listen, you can't keep on procrastinating your ideas because you're afraid. Because time waits for no one and we're all living on borrowed time. Unfortunately, we come to this earth and eventually die. And it's so sad to think that, can you imagine a life where you haven't even lived your purpose because you're so scared? Yo, I wouldn't want to regret not doing the things that I love doing. And time is of the essence, you guys. The time is ticking. The clock is ticking, sorry. A minute or 60 seconds that have passed is already time wasted. Can you imagine? Just 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Only 1, 2, 3 until 60. That is already wasted time. Even 2 seconds is wasted time. So if you know that even 60 seconds is wasted time, why not use it to the fullest? Utilize it to the max. Utilize it for your ideas. Utilize it for that advice that you want to tell someone. Utilize it to confront someone that you know is doing something that's not good. Utilize it to just do whatever it is that you want to do. Of course, positive, because on this channel we only encourage people to do positive things. Okay, so yeah, if you even think about it, like for me, sometimes I think maybe I should have been more outgoing. Can you imagine how many things I would have done by now? Or like, let's say this whole thing of me starting a YouTube channel. If I had started my YouTube channel in 2016, can you imagine how many subscribers I would have had by now? But I let fear stop me from doing stuff that I thought I would be interested in. You know what I mean? I really hope you guys are getting me, hey? And then the last thing is, remind yourself that it's not even as scary as it is, or as you think it is. It's really not as scary as you think it is, to be honest, because you're just creating this whole thing in your mind, which is so exaggerated. But when you do it, you're just like, what was I even afraid of? You know what I mean? So, like, when you're dealing with your thoughts, why not focus on the positive and not on the negative aspect of the outcome that may come from the idea that you want to bring to the table? Why not think people will appreciate the idea and not thinking, hey, people will laugh at me? Yes, even if they laugh, at least you've done your part. At least you have put your idea to the world, and there will be someone who will appreciate that effort that you have made. We never know the impact that we may have on someone else, to be honest. You know, you see people posting maybe like their skipping sessions or like their yoga, their fitness journeys on their stories. They're just posting pictures and their progress, but not knowing that someone who's watching them is like, wow, I want to be as consistent as this person. Even if they don't tell you, you could be impacting someone out there. So just keep on doing what you're doing and also step out of your comfort zone. Also, one thing that you might want to focus on is, think about the last time that you ever did something that you are so afraid to do right now, but you've done it already before. And what was the outcome? If it was a positive outcome, then go ahead and do it. If it was a negative outcome, at least now you know what you need to do for it to be better, right? So if you could do it then you can definitely do it now. And yeah, guys, those are the points that I wanted to just bring out to you, to just remind you, like, we've got this, you guys. We have got this. A fear should drive us to do things, not to stop us to do things, you know. And some of the examples of me, I'm gonna just read to you guys examples of when I faced my fears. So the first one, I went on a roller coaster ride. It was the most scary thing. I had never done it before. Of course, I had done it, but it was a smaller roller coaster. But this time it was like a huge thing, and I'm just like, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to do this? Even while I was scared, trembling, my legs were feeling numb. I walked towards the gate. I stood in that line and I said, I'm going to do this. Even though I was scared, I was still scared. I still had fear in me, but I went ahead. And when I went there, honestly, the fear just lasts like 5 seconds or something, and you just feel with so much excitement. And to be honest, that was one of the best experiences I have ever experienced in my life. I will never forget that. Another thing, I took part in a pageant, you guys. I took part in a pageant in 2016. I was so young, I was so scared, I was always so introverted. I'm still an introvert, but like then it was even worse. But I managed to do it. I'll tell you guys that story time one day. I managed to do it, and I gained some confidence after I did that. Even just group presentations. There are some group presentations where I was so scared throughout the whole thing, while I'm talking and presenting my stuff, and then afterwards the feedback that I got from the lecturer and the students, like, wow, well done, great projection of your voice, blah 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 blah. But I was scared the whole time. Can you imagine? And then the other thing is, I started my hair page, I started YouTube, I started TikTok where I could be silly and do my own things, and I didn't have any care in the world. Because what was I doing? I was enjoying myself. Even while I was afraid, I was still enjoying myself. And then the YouTube channel, now I get to speak to people, now I get to advise people, now I get to give people some tips, now I get to vlog my experiences. I have a living diary, you guys. Years from now, I will look back at my YouTube channel and be like, wow, I really faced my fears and this is the product of that. I became active on Twitter. Twitter is something that I avoided for so long because I mean, it can be really, really toxic, but I know it's not a very, maybe it might not be a serious example to you, but for me it is, because I was so scared to even engage with anyone, and now it's slowly growing, and the Twitter page has actually helped me grow my subscribers, my subscriber numbers on this channel. So can you imagine if I hadn't joined Twitter, what would have happened? I also acted and danced in high school. Those were such scary but exciting moments for me. And I'm just glad that I faced my fears and I did those things, because it was just like an eye-opening thing. Like, wow, even if you're scared to do something, just do it. Just do it, because you will find yourself even having fun. More fun than you ever thought. So next time you feel nervous or scared to do something, rather tell yourself you're excited, because because nervousness and excitement release the same hormones, so you never know which one you're feeling. But rather just convince yourself that you are excited and not nervous, and trust me, it works. So because I did this and I have preached to you guys about facing fears, I'm about to drive to my friend's place, and wish me luck. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. Do give this video a thumbs up, leave a beautiful comment down below, share my channel, and come back for more videos. I'll see you in my next one. Bye! If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure to do so at mcm_muya, and come back for more videos. Okay? Bye! For real this time.